This is John from FlatCatGear. What you're looking at, this is the Fire Maple Fixed Star 1. This is an integrated HX cooking system. It's very inexpensive. It's been on the market for a number of years. I recently purchased this on Amazon for $41. I figured at $41, what do I gotta lose? So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna go through a weight reduction program on the Fixed Star 1. Right now, this comes in at 18.8 ounces, which is pretty hefty. So let's bring the camera in and we're going to start stripping some weight out. Like I said, the Fixed Star 1 came in at 18.8 ounces. It includes a silicone lid, stuff sack, this cup, and the stove itself. Now, first thing, I'm going to ditch the stuff sack for now. I'm going to ditch this cup. Just by eliminating those two things, 15.8 ounces. So you've stripped off 3 ounces already. Now let's get rid of the handles. 14.8, so the handles weigh an ounce. The neoprene sleeve weighs about an ounce, and you don't need the whole length, but I'm going to deal with that later. Next we've got the burner. This burner has a very large plastic shielding around it. It weighs 6.8 ounces. So I'm going to bring the camera in closer. I'm going to show you how to modify this. And right now, these modifications, everything's reversible. So yeah, if you don't like it, you can put it back together. No harm, no foul. So let me bring the camera in. So here we have the burner head, piezo igniter, and we have the valve body down here, this plastic stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart, and if you can see, there's right down there, there's some inlet vent holes, and what you do is take a pin, stick it in it, and just give it a turn. And there are three sides that are accessible, so you can rotate around. And you're just going to loosen up the head. I've done this a couple of times, so it's pretty good. Now I'm going to start unscrewing the head. And this is the only thing that holds it together, is the burner head. Now there are 3 tabs that keep it locked in place. So what I'm going to do now that it's loose, I'm going to lift it. And then a little tricky thing is there's a piezo igniter here. You need to push the igniter out at the same time as you pick it up and rotate it. So we're going to pop the igniter out first. You just push on it. Okay. Now I can pick up the plate. And once the igniter clears the stove head, I can just unscrew the stove. Take off the plate, and then the body under here just pops out. And now I've got the basics of everything I need. Now the only problem is that this stove doesn't have anything to hold it up against this plate. So I went to the hardware store and bought a spring and a washer, and you put the spring over it. Now by doing that, let's see how much this assembly weighs. Remember, it was 6.8 grams before. So I've taken 2 more ounces out of it by replacing this. Now this is reversible. Again, just unscrew this, reverse the steps, put it all back together, but I've taken 2 grams out of the system. So I'm down to 12.6 grams. So everything so far has been reversible. All right, so I weighed everything again, and this comes in at 12.7 ounces. So we're down 6 ounces already. I'm going to burn a plate, stove, an ounce. Now, everything, like I said, has been reversible so far. Now I'm going to take it to the next step and make irreversible changes. This mug actually holds 1.4 liters of water, and I don't use that much water. So I'm going to cut the stove down about that rivet, and that will give me about an 800 milliliter pot. So that's I think a perfect size for what I need to do. And then this is the support structure, and pretty overbuilt. You don't need to have this whole circular section. So I'm going to replace that with some tabs. I'm just going to cut out chunks of metal here. So let me go down to the shop. Let me go cut some parts apart, and let's reweigh it, and I'll tell you what we come up with. Okay, after about an hour down in my shop, here's the final product. We trimmed the lid down, so the capacity of this pot is now 800 milliliters instead of 1.4. The lid doesn't fit snap tight on top, but it will fit and slide on. The stove, as you can see, I trimmed some of the edges down here, so the stove fits on top. You lose the locking function, but I never saw the point of the locking function anyway. Total weight now is 10.3 ounces. Now all this has been done without spending it. I spent $2.50 for the spring in the washer, but basically it's a $43 system. HX pot, 800 milliliter capacity, weighs 10.3 ounces. Now if you want to get fancy, you go to Dutchware and you buy the 12 centimeter lid, and now you're sitting at 9.8 ounces. So come visit us at www.FlatCatGear.com.